The drink, we're clicking to the environment. We're clicking to the environment. We're drinking to the environment. Yes.
Heyo, this is The Drink Sustainability with your host. My name is Ted. What's up? What's up, everyone? Today I have on the show. She is a legendary woman that she turned her whole life around in a matter of a couple of years / months. She has been changing not only her life but also I don't even know how many lives. We're gonna be finding out soon. And also, she's just been. I would say she's been like, just making a difference. Literally, just making a difference in her life, and then just spreading all that love to everyone else. We're gonna find out and dive more into it. And her name on the show is Elizabeth. Wow, Elizabeth Bell. Oh my Jesus Christ! Wow. I just screwed that up, but what's going on, Elizabeth? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I actually, I was mistimed our original time, but we are just on time anyway, so we are good.
Perfect.
Yeah, but I am great. I am great. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, man. First day of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a great morning. I woke up pretty early and went out fishing with my father, and everything's all good.
Yo, my morning was pretty early. I'm on 4 hours of sleep. I had to drive a friend to LAX this morning because she had an 8 o'clock flight. And then I went and helped one of my friends set up her machine, and now I'm here.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Wow. Helped one friend out and then helped another. There you go. There you go.
Absolutely.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you so much for being on the show. Although it's take two, but it's okay. Thank you very much for squeezing me into your tight schedule. And with that being said, to the drink.
Bro, I have water again.
It's all good. Actually, you can't even see what I brought, so it's fine.
Yeah, no. Are you drinking a White Claw?
Excuse me?
Is that a White Claw?
Actually, yeah, it is.
Yeah, I saw it a little bit. I was like, oh, he's got a White Claw again.
Well, the background that I have on, it's a hit or miss if it lets anyone see what you're drinking. So.
I saw a glimpse of it and I knew already. I was like, oh, he's got his White Claw.
It's all right. I have my gallon as well, so no need to be scared. No need to be scared. We'll talk about that in a second. But
yeah.
So let's just dive right in, shall we? So in this segment, we're actually going to be talking about Elizabeth Bell's little background. So without any further ado, I will let you take the floor and just simply, what we've talked about in the past, just talk about that.
Before turning it around, what's my life?
So let's talk about what So we have you on the show because you've been experiencing awesome. I'm just gonna say awesomeness about water.
Yes.
Like, okay, water. What the hell? Just
so simple.
Water. Yeah, water is water. But as I've seen you post, water is not created equal.
Oh man, that was the biggest lie I've ever discovered. But I can go. Yeah, I can definitely.
You take the floor and talk to us about how you discovered that.
Yeah. Okay. So my journey with water was definitely an eye opener. Water's never been an issue for me to drink. I love water. Even before finding this water today, loved water. But before I switched to this water, I was drinking the normal Dasani. Fiji was my favorite, that bougie water that I thought.
That bougie.
I felt so fancy drinking that stuff.
That
Yeah,
bougie
so
water.
I was really, really sick. Like, I know a lot of people say that, like, oh, I'm really sick. Yo, everybody listening, I was sick. So I had a kidney disease that I was diagnosed with at the age of 5. I showed my first signs and symptoms of the disease, but it's so rare. It's even still listed as a rare disease. I showed first signs at 3. All they knew was, for some reason, my levels in potassium and magnesium, they were just too low, and for some reason they couldn't get them to rise, or my body couldn't rise or whatever, keep those normal levels. And they gave me medication to keep me comfortable, which was potassium magnesium for my heart and overall muscles, until they figured out what was going on. And a doctor out of state actually knew what was happening, and she actually became my doctor for a bit until she could coach other doctors on how to treat me. So Barter Syndrome, just in a nutshell, is what they told me was my kidneys didn't hold on to the nutrients that I took in through my food or drinks. For some reason, it registered it as something that they needed to get rid of and just flush everything out. And which is why I was on the supplements, potassium, magnesium, every single day for 20 plus years. So I started off on liquid form because I was so young, and the dosages that I needed at the time were in liquid form. So it was easy. When I hit 5, though, my dosage was increased, and they didn't have that in liquid form. So I had to be on these giant horse pills. If you guys, people who are just listening in, if you don't know what a horse pill is, it's huge, it's disgusting, it's thick, it's chalky, it's so gross. So this was potassium. I took 6 of these in the morning, 6 in the afternoon, 6 at night. That's potassium. I took these are my magnesium pills, which are the same size of horse pills, except they're gel formed, so they weren't chalky or anything like that. And I took 2 of these in the morning and 2 of these at night. Those were just my first medication. Over time, this is no secret, we all have seen those commercials, where if you've been affected by this medication, call this number. So because of the dosages of potassium,
if you've been experiencing low to intermediate symptoms of X, Y, and Z, you might die, but you could try this anyway.
Dude, and it's such a weird thing because the potassium, magnesium were keeping my levels the same, but they were causing so much chaos in my body that new medication had to be introduced, which is exactly what happened. So because of the intensity of the levels of magnesium and potassium that I need on a daily basis, it started to really affect my heart for some reason. They couldn't really tell me why, because I thought keeping your levels good would make your heart be okay, but apparently the side effects of it made my heart not be okay. So so my kidneys were now chugging along, but now my heart is giving out, so I needed to be on cardiac medication. It's like I'm a hamster wheel.
Yeah, but I'm still chugging along. Great.
I'm still alive, but here you go. So I had to they introduced a cardiac medication when I was I think I was 10. Yeah, I was 10 with the first cardiac medication. I was already on migraine medication because of the dosages of potassium, magnesium I was on. I had chronic migraines, super fatigued and everything like that. I had body aches from my kidneys just hurting. But the first cardiac medication came into play at 10. My second cardiac medication came into play when I had my heart attack at 15, and then my second at 22. So my first heart attack, I was playing soccer, and I just went down like a light, and it was very dramatic, actually. Something out of a movie. Everybody paused and ran over type of deal. But it wasn't until I was 22, it was a little after my second heart attack, they told me that with the way my kidneys are functioning, by the age of 25, I would need a kidney transplant. And that's where I'm like confused because like, I mean, I adore my doctor to this day. Like she's helped me so much, like understand my body and read my body and get to know it very well. So with her telling me take all this stuff, we're going to keep you alive, but yet you're going downhill at the same time. It was such a contradiction to me and I didn't understand it. And you guys, I'm not here to bash anyone in the medical field whatsoever. Again, I love my doctor. I still work with her every single day. I'm just here to share my story of this water journey that I've been on.
You're here to just share your story and just share your experience. You're not here to, like you said,
No.
bash anyone or-
You do you, boo boo. Like I'm just sharing. I'm just sharing my story for sure.
You're just sharing your experience with this certain water that we will be talking about. That's all.
For sure. So like when she told me that, you know, again, like I had a weird, like sick, twisted joke with my doctor that my kidneys look like dried up little prunes. And they could snap off on it at any second. They were just like hanging on for dear life. She like told me by the age of 25, like there's a possibility they could snap off. So we were like having the conversation about the pros and cons to surgery. Like, yes, it could work. And like, you know, you would live a healthier life. And then it's like, oh, the scar isn't so big. We can hide it or do something like that. Oh, there's a possibility that your body will reject the kidney because it knows it's not yours. And oh, because of your heart, there's a possibility you won't make it through the surgery.
Well, I mean, yeah, they have to say all that just because, you know, they're doing it, but it's also liability to them to an extent, you know?
For sure. Like I understood her reasoning for doing it and,
right.
I respected her reasoning for doing it. I was, you know, I'm a very understanding person and I'm like, go with the flow type of deal. But having that conversation at 25, like what is going on here?
That's a big pill.
That's like, it dawned on me actually how sick I was because my normal was just what I explained, like death on my doorstep every single day. Every single day was like a question mark. So I wasn't sure how I was going to be feeling. Couldn't really plan much because I was like, oh, what if my levels are too low? For example, I missed a lot of things growing up. Like I missed grand night because I was in the hospital. Like I got way too excited and worked up for like, oh my God, I'm going to hang out with my friends all night long. We're just going to have a great time. Like they're shutting down Disneyland, no parents. Like what? I guess because of like the intensity that I put my body through on the medication, I wore out really easily and I crashed and I ended up in the hospital. I missed grand night altogether.
Missed what night?
Grand night. Remember like where like it's called grand night and you have like an overnight experience with like all of your senior friends right before graduation?
Oh, I don't think I ever did that actually.
No? Okay, so my school, they shut down Disneyland for the night. And they just let all the seniors loose in Disneyland. They dropped you off at like 6 o'clock at night, and then they didn't pick you up until 5 the next morning. So you're just there.
I mean, I never experienced that. Maybe I'm not cool enough.
Yo.
I'm sure New Jersey's not that cool.
Dude, I was so excited because you get like they make all of your class year like jackets on Disney, hats, the whole bit. Dude, I was so excited, and I guess I got way too overworked, and I crashed, and
wait, let me get this straight. You got way too excited during that situation that it actually sent you to the hospital.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, because like when you think about it, when your adrenaline's going,
oh my God,
some people sweat, some people like their heart it races.
Well, yeah, your heart's racing because you're excited, like yeah.
Right. So my heart was always racing because it worked for two people and not one. And when you sweat out all of your nutrients from your body, things that keep you going. And I guess I got rid of all my potassium, magnesium a lot sooner than it was supposed to, and I crashed. And I ended up in the hospital while grand night was happening. So missed that. Yeah, so we can laugh about it. It's okay. It's
I'm
ridiculous.
sorry. I was gonna say I'm not sure if I should laugh about it or like. I mean, I'm sorry that happened. Like, holy crap.
Bro, I'm an open book. Laugh. It's fine. I'm cool with it.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Sometimes some people are like, no, it's okay. You can cry, whatever, like laugh or have. I don't know.
Yo, no, we can laugh. We'll cry. Like I won't curse you out or anything, but like we'll yeah, no, for sure. No. What the hell did you say? No,
yeah, really.
we won't do anything like that. So,
Right.
okay, so it was at that 22nd birthday when I like realized exactly how sick I was and how this isn't normal. This shouldn't be normal way of living. I'm 25, like it's ridiculous. I don't want to have a surgery. We have a daughter, so the risk of like leaving her on the table or my body rejecting was just huge no for me. And yeah, and I came home and told my boyfriend, my husband now, what was going on. And we honestly didn't think about this water whatsoever. We didn't even know about it. Our whole thing was we were going to make his body strong enough so that he can either be my donor in case like, it needed to come to that, or make my body strong enough to get through the surgery. That was like our whole like goal. Like if we were to do this, let's just like make sure we do our part and do all that. So that's how we stumbled upon the water. Do you want me to go into that now? I don't know.
Yeah. So like, just to recap a little bit about what you pretty much. So let me get this straight. So pretty much for like 20 years until you discovered this water, that like you were like, all right, well, I'm gonna either make it or break it, pretty much, like survival.
Pretty much every day was survival mode. Like that was it.
And you were in and out of hospitals all the time. Like you were probably definitely getting sick of it, like by freaking 10 years old.
Yo, okay, so I remember a few different like scenarios that for some reason I can't shake. The first one was when my grandma actually taught me how to take these medication. And I was so little, like, again, I was like 5. And I remember standing in front of her crying because I didn't want to do this. And she was like coaching me on how to take these horse pills. And she's like, you're just going to breathe and we're just going to shove it down your throat. And I had to do that 6 times in the morning, 6 times like in the afternoon and like night. And it was just like my just traumatizing one memory that I like fully remember. That was the first one. And then there was another one where me and Ryan first started dating, my husband and I. And he knew I was sick because I never sugarcoated like my health because it is pretty serious. So if I was to crash, I need him to know like what the hell to do. Like don't panic, like just do this. So he saw my you guys know those pill boxes? They're like giant. They have like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I had like the big fat like
you got them from ShopRite or Vitamin Shop or whatever, yeah,
industrial size, like one of those type of things.
Oh, wait, so like a normal pill box for like say me, I would have like maybe this little something.
Like a small little one. I had an industrial ridiculous amount. So he knew I was sick because he was an EMT. He worked the 911 system for years. So so it was comforting to me, like this dude will know like what the hell to do. And no, for sure. But he didn't know exactly how serious it was until
I didn't know the extent of it.
No, because I never had an episode in front of him. And an episode, you guys, is what I call what happens when my levels drop too low. So like when my levels drop too low in potassium, magnesium, obviously like I get really bad chest pains and I go into a full body cramp. And I kind of describe it like you can't hold anything, you can't walk. All you can do is just like cry. Because there's literally nothing else you can do. Your body's panicking, your brain is panicking. You're just panicking because it hurts so much and it's just like excruciating tight muscle pains. And you kind of like when you pull a muscle in your calf.
Okay. Oh, like a Trolley Horse.
Like, okay, yeah, I forgot what it was called. A Trolley Horse. But times that Trolley Horse by like 6, and then put it all over your body.
Oof.
From like head to toe. Like head to toe. Like, you know how like you freak out and you hold your calf and like you're just like waiting for it to be over.
Oh
But
wow! So you're just like, I'm dehydrated. Nope, that's my whole body. Okay,
Yep.
F me, you know, like.
Yeah, but see, at the time, I just thought that it was like, you know, just my magnesium and potassium.
Yeah,
because that's what I was told, and I believed it. Which, you know, we all believe our doctors.
Well, I mean, yeah, doctors like know the
That's
medical.
why we go to them.
So I mean,
that's why we go to them, because we don't know.
yeah.
So we were on a date one time, him and I. And it was during the summer, which summer always scared me because, again, you sweat, and I sweated out my potassium, magnesium way faster than I should have. And I already felt really like off in the morning. So I kind of know when I'm going to have like a low day or just like a not feeling so hot type of day.
Right.
I'm going to need a little bit extra stuff just to keep me good. And I already woke up and I was like groggy, and I was in like my body ached, and I already had a migraine, blah, blah, blah. But he was like, let's just go out to lunch since, you know, you're not feeling well. We canceled other plans. He was very understanding. Probably that's why he's still here. I was like, he was a good one. And we were on our way to the date, and it was so hot that day. And I just remember sitting in the car and I was like, yo, my levels are dropping really fast right now. And I could just feel it happening because I would feel tingling in my fingers. And that was my body, like, first sign that, like, yo, we're getting low here. So I get really like tingling in my fingers. And then like random, like little involuntary movements and like my muscles in my face. It's almost like my face was falling asleep. It's weird.
Oh, like you were like almost twitching, sort of.
Yeah, it's like twitching, and then it gets really fuzzy. Because you know, like when you try to wake up your foot when it's asleep, and it's kind of
like pins and needles.
Yeah, it's kind of like that tingly, fuzzy, like weird feeling. I get that.
I hate that feeling so much.
Yo, imagine that on your face though. Like, oh,
yeah.
Sucks. So I started to get that, and I like immediately I knew. I was like, okay, these signs of me dropping are coming a lot faster than what they normally come. So I was like, yo, like, I was like, babe, you need to like take me to the hospital right now, because I know what to do. It's when things don't get done when I need them to, and then I go into a full body cramp, because then I can't communicate after that. I was like, so if it's starting to come, I need to tell you, like,